Well, this is this new reloader here. New bench, Harbor Freight workbench with 2 drawers removed, so it's just a waste. Gonna put those probably underneath there and just slide them in and out with stuff in it. Here's the old bench. Bit of an antique. This old press here is gonna go about right here next to the new one. Oh shit, that thing's heavy. And the shotgun press will be right about there. I'm gonna bolt it down and cut a hole in the top here so the empty shells can fall down into this drawer, and this bottom drawer is just for whatever. I need to clean this paperwork up apparently. Just setting this thing up, playing around with it, and loaded like 75 rounds in about 15 minutes. Before using this press, you had to resize them, change out the die. It would flare the end of the case so it can accept a new bullet, and it would decap, and you'd put a new primer in at the same time. Then you'd have to take that die out, put the bullet seating die in, and you'd have to charge the powder with this separately. And if you were really going fast, you could load 50 rounds in an hour. This here does everything at once, although some of these I already had processed, resized, flared, reprimed, or ready to go, so I left these dies out for what that would normally do. So I'm just dumping powder and I'm seating bullets. I've never seen a powder measure so accurate, especially with this flake powder. It never really meters that accurately, but I've only seen as much of 1/10 of a grain variation every time I've weighed it, ever since I set it. And it comes with a pistol rotor for small charges, and it comes with this giant rifle rotor for really large charges. It comes with the extra case spring holders and just some extra parts. Haven't tested out the primer dispenser yet, because obviously those don't need primed. But here's something this has that most presses don't have. You pick up all the primers like this in this tube, and then you set it here and drop them in, or whichever way. They go in basically like this. And this is to keep them from exploding in your face if they happen to explode, which this old one here, this dumbass thing, would stick right out in your face, although it wasn't as long. And this thing all the time would act up, bind up, especially when the primers would get low in the tube. It'd bind up and cause all kinds of problems, but that'll just be used for rifle now. I don't shoot very much rifle or reload much rifle. But, 38 Special. Sure is nice to be able to get one round out every time you pull the handle instead of all that other bullshit. Loaded on that thing since I was about 11 years old, doing pistol, rifle. What a pain, especially with how much I shoot at times. But, really happy with this right now. Sure is a tall thing. Make an example here. Put the case in. I'm going to skip a couple steps. It's going to go up in this die, charge the powder, and normally how you would prime it if there was one ready to go, you'd push down and it would seat the new primer in this mechanism. Then you take the bullet right here at the final stage, put it on there. It goes up, seats it, puts a crimp on it. There's your completed round. One more step, kicks it right off into that. has grease fittings here, which I've never seen a progressive press have before. It's got 1, 2, and then one hidden. That's nice. It's extremely smooth. It's worked very well so far. Time will tell.